we practice in Kundalini Yoga, in every meditation, in every practice, ultimately all of our breath becomes very conscious versus unconscious. And we know that the simplest, most effective way to get ourselves out of any mental jam or chaos of any sort is a deep breath. I mean, we know, and thank the heavens, we know. And maybe if you're coming here for the first time and you don't know, and you just don't know how to get yourself out of the chaos, uh, externally, internally, and just again, a little reminder, the external directly reflects the internal. So if the external is reflecting chaos, just know that if you change your internal state, then your external state will reflect that as well. So if things feel intense, if things feel unbearable, if things feel confusing, if things feel chaotic, if things feel like you just don't know what the fuck to do, you just take a deep inhale through the nose and you can hold it for a few seconds. Let's just do one right now. Let's just do it together, okay? And you just want to sit up tall, but again, that's a way to refine it. Because understand when you're in a jam, maybe you're not worried about sitting up tall. Maybe you're standing somewhere. Maybe you're just out and about and you just, so the sitting up tall and having a great posture is a refinement of it. But know that you could be laying down. You could be anywhere, okay? And you don't have to worry about that. So just we're here right now for class, so we can just sit up tall and we can close our eyes and we can just take a deep, deep, deep inhale through the nose and just hold it. And exhale also through the nose. And that just, it's like every cell in the body just shifts there. And so it could relax you, it could even you out, it can relieve the pressure, it can calm the mind, the system, the nervous system, just all the things. And then you can proceed differently from there. And sometimes you don't have to proceed or do anything, but then you'll know that you don't have to do anything. So it's just a beautiful tool to have. Um, and just in general, we want to make sure always that we're breathing correctly. Breathing correctly. People are like, "Oh, but the breath is automatic. How would I not be breathing correctly?" Well, when you're inhaling, your belly, your diaphragm should be expanding outward. The navel should be moving outward because you're breathing in, breath is coming in, you're filling up your body, so things should expand. And when you're exhaling, you're emptying the body. So the belly comes in. And that's how you should be breathing on a regular basis. And you should also be breathing through your nose. Interesting. And I spoke about this, or rather, I ragged on it a few weeks ago. The mouth tape, the whole craze of the mouth tape. What's the bottom line of the mouth tape is so that you're breathing through your nose, so that you're breathing in and out of the nose, which is the proper way to be breathing. Now, unless you're doing a meditation, an exercise, a something that is calling for an inhaling or an exhaling through the nose, sometimes we cannon fire the breath out. That's intentional. Okay, sometimes we're doing a lion's breath. Sometimes we're doing a Satali pranayam. Sometimes we're doing some other breath that requires, that calls for an exhale in the mouth. Sometimes an exhale in the mouth is like a release. Okay, but that's not part of a normal day-to-day breathing. And you hear how like people rag on so-called mouth breathers. And but what is that? It why is that? It's limiting, it's a limited capacity of one sort or another. If you're really breathing through the nose, inhaling and exhaling, which is what you're supposed to do, which is the natural, proper way to breathe, just in general, then you're getting the circulation through the body. You're hitting the points in the body that need to be hit for full function of the brain. Why do you think they call a mouth breather, like they're referring to a mouth breather as someone who's like not as intelligent? Why is that? Well, because the breath isn't circulating the body in a way of the high, with which is the highest, in which is a higher intelligence, because a higher intelligence, not necessarily you're smart, but all the systems in the body are getting the circulation, the breath, the prana, this life force, this God force, this divinity, this divine intelligence circulating through the body so that you are of the right mind. Everything's just functioning and circulating properly, that you can proceed in life as the intelligent divine being that you already are. And if you're not breathing properly, those systems, those functionalities are hindered. Therefore, you're not showing up as the human being that you really inherently are, and everybody inherently is. So that's just a basic 101 breath, 101 tools of life, secrets of life, which really aren't secrets, but you know, the powers that be like people dumb and breathing out of their mouths. Okay.